At the Abbott mansion, Tracy Abbott reflected on recent conversations with Ashley about Alan, a man who intrigued yet unsettled her. Ashley suspected Alan might actually be Martin, someone she vaguely remembered meeting in Paris. With no concrete proof, Ashley remained cautious but determined to uncover the truth. Tracy, longing for love but unwilling to compromise her dignity, hoped Alan was genuine. At dinner, Tracy asked Alan about Paris. His reaction, a momentary flash of alarm, deepened Ashley's suspicions. She later cornered him, but their exchange left her no closer to uncovering his secrets. Sharon's fight for innocence. Sharon Rosales faced accusations in Heather's death and turned to hypnosis, claiming Alan could verify her recollections. She pleaded with Phyllis Summers to believe her, but Phyllis dismissed it as a ploy. In a heated confrontation, Sharon declared she would turn herself in if the real killer wasn't found. Despite Phyllis's skepticism, Sharon's desperation was clear, leaving Phyllis unsettled. Summer and Chance's unfinished business. Summer Newman, grappling with her failed marriage to Kyle, reached out to Chance Chancellor. She admitted lingering feelings and asked for another chance. Chance, wary of heartbreak, hesitated. While part of him still cared for Summer, he questioned her sincerity and whether she'd leave if Kyle returned. Their conversation ended unresolved, with both weighed down by their emotional history. Where it all leads. Genoa City remains entangled in mysteries and unresolved emotions. Will Ashley uncover Alan's true identity? Can Sharon clear her name and expose Heather's real killer? Will Summer and Chance overcome their past to find a future together? As secrets unravel, the city's residents face heartbreak, hope, and revelations that promise to shake their lives forever. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Jolie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Sharon Newman has been relying on Nick Newman more than ever before, but does that really mean they're headed for a romantic reunion? Many Nick and Sharon fans are holding out hope that Mai and R will finally put these two back together, but there are no guarantees. The show has a habit of making it seem like Sharon and Nick are going to reunite, only to avoid going all the way in the end. It's possible that Nick and Sharon could still be headed down separate romantic paths. Of course, Sharon has to focus on her mental health and clearing her name right now, but there'll be room in her life for love down the road. It never hurts to look ahead a bit and start making some long-term predictions. That brings us to Daniel Romalotti-Jur, who immediately latched onto the idea of Sharon getting drugged once he heard about it. Phyllis Summers remains skeptical over the news, but Daniel is starting to realize there's probably a reason why Sharon behaved so out of character. We also have to consider who Y and R has in mind for Daniel as a love interest now that Heather Stevens is gone. Lily Winters doesn't seem to be an option anymore, especially since other spoilers hint that she may fall hard for someone else soon. Jordan and Ian Ward are behind what happened to Heather, not to mention they orchestrated Phyllis' crash. We know Jordan has been doing Ian's dirty work, so it's just a matter of time until Sharon and Daniel know that too. Both Daniel and Sharon have been victimized by this villainous duo, so could that be something that bonds them somewhere down the line? Could Sharon and Daniel gain a new perspective that opens the door to something romantic happening between them? Sharon may finally move beyond the blame she once felt toward Daniel over Cassie Newman's demise. Likewise, Daniel may let go of any resentment he feels toward Sharon, since her actions in recent months haven't been her fault. It'd be quite the twist if Sharon and Daniel developed some form of a sizzling connection, whether it be a real relationship or just a hot hookup. Phyllis Wold absolutely loathes it, so it might be worth doing it for that reason alone. The young and the restless spoilers say Daniel and Sharon will have a lot to figure out. So stay tuned for updates on all the surprising revelations ahead. Ian Ward thrived in the shadows, manipulating events to suit his twisted agenda. But now, he faced a threat that could unravel everything: Alan, the hypnotist. Alan had the skills and knowledge to help Sharon uncover the truth about Heather's murder, a truth that could implicate Ian in ways he couldn't afford. Alan had to be eliminated. Ian's plan was as calculated as it was ruthless. He reached out to Jordan, a trusted operative with a history of carrying out delicate assignments. This time, her task was more dangerous than ever: disguise herself, gain Alan's trust, and poison him. Alan's death would cut off Sharon's access to the hypnosis sessions, leaving her without the crucial evidence needed to clear her name. Meanwhile, Sharon was on edge. She was closer than ever to proving her innocence, but time was running out. Every moment spent waiting felt like a missed opportunity to uncover the truth. Alan, however, insisted on caution. "You're too stressed, Sharon," he told her during their last session. "Hypnosis doesn't work unless your mind is calm and receptive. Take some time to rest. We'll try again when you're ready." But Sharon couldn't rest. Sleepless nights and racing thoughts consumed her as the looming court date drew nearer. The urgency of the situation drove her to push harder, despite Alan's warnings. Jordan's deadly mission. While Sharon wrestled with her impatience, Jordan was preparing to strike. Disguised as a sophisticated, unassuming woman, she blended into the crowds of Genoa City with practiced ease. Her plan was simple but effective: pose as a client seeking Alan's professional services, gain access to his private space, and deliver the poison undetected. When she met Alan, he was charming and professional, completely unaware of the danger. Jordan played her part perfectly, feigning interest in a session and subtly slipping the poison into his drink while he was distracted. Moments later, Alan began to falter. Jordan, her task complete, left quickly. Disappearing into the night, she couldn't shake the fear that someone might have seen her or that Alan might have left behind clues that could expose her. The discovery of Alan's body. The next morning, Genoa City was shaken by the news of Alan's death. Found motionless in his office, his expression frozen in eerie stillness, Alan's passing baffled detectives. The cause of death wasn't immediately apparent, leaving the community reeling. For Sharon, the news was devastating. "How could this happen?" she whispered, her voice trembling. "He was the only one who could help me." Nick tried to console her, but Alan's death seemed like the end of her hope for vindication. The investigation begins. Detective Chance Chancellor was assigned to the case, quickly recognizing its complexity. Alan's death wasn't just a tragedy, it was part of a larger puzzle. Someone wanted him out of the picture, Chance speculated to his team. The question is who? With no immediate suspects and no obvious motive, the investigation stalled. The poison used to kill Alan was untraceable, and the lack of witnesses made identifying the culprit nearly impossible. Ian Ward's victory. For Ian Ward, the plan had gone off without a hitch. With Alan dead, Sharon's path to proving her innocence was blocked. But Ian wasn't one to rest easy. He knew every loose end had to be tied up, and Jordan's involvement was a liability he couldn't ignore. Meanwhile, Jordan lived in constant fear of being caught, haunted by the knowledge of what she had done. Alan's death sent shockwaves through Genoa City, leaving Sharon's hope for vindication more uncertain than ever. But Sharon wasn't one to give up. "Alan believed in me," she told Nick. "I'd owe it to him to find the truth." Supported by Nick, Sharon vowed to uncover Heather's real killer. A city on edge. As the investigation progressed, Chance uncovered a hidden safe in Alan's office. Inside were files, audio recordings, and notes, including a file labeled Heather's murder. The contents hinted that Alan had been piecing together clues that could identify Heather's killer. However, the file contained no definitive answers, only cryptic hints pointing to a shadowy figure. Security footage from the night of Alan's death revealed a woman in disguise entering his building. Though her identity remained unclear, Chance was determined to track her down. The monster revealed. Ian Ward had crossed a line, exposing his monstrous nature. While he reveled in his victory, the cracks in his plans began to appear. As Genoa City braced for the fallout, one thing was clear: the fight for justice had only just begun. The young and the restless spoilers demonstrate that the day after Christmas is business as usual in Genoa City, as Daniel demonstrates just what a chip off the old Phyllis he is. Daniel tried to keep his cool over Sharon's alleged murder of Heather for Lucy's sake, if nothing else. But that was before he realized that not everybody agreed with his and Phyllis' view of events. How dare Nick, who was once married to Phyllis and Daniel's stepfather, be loyal to Sharon, who he was once married to and shared children with? Doesn't Nick owe Phyllis and Daniel his first priority? Sharon is so guilty. Even if Phyllis now knows she isn't of at least one charge, what does that have to do with anything? Let's get together. Now that Phyllis remembered that Sharon didn't run her off the road, she needs to diversify her 2025 plans. Lock Sharon up and throw away the key is still the first priority, but she also wants to help Billy get his revenge against Jill and Victor. So when Billy suggests how they might join forces, Phyllis is all ears. They can multitask and make multiple people miserable at the same time. She's Phyllis. Where am I? Are Summer and Chance together, on a break, or broken up? We're not sure, and neither are they. Maybe they should figure that out before the holidays. Will they be kissing under the mistletoe? How about at midnight on New Year's Eve? These are plans that need to be made in advance. We know Phyllis will never accept Chance in Summer's life unless he pushes Sharon's investigation in a direction with which Phyllis is happy. If Phyllis isn't happy going into 2025, nobody will be. Tensions soar in Genoa City as Phyllis uncovers unsettling details about Sharon's secretive dealings with a mysterious hypnotherapist, Alan, or, as she later learns, Martin. Sharon's unconventional use of hypnosis to prove her innocence and identify Heather's killer has raised eyebrows, but no one is more skeptical than her longtime rival, Phyllis Summers. Driven by doubt, Phyllis begins a covert investigation, intent on exposing Sharon's questionable tactics. Sharon, desperate to recover memories of the fateful night, turns to Alan, a controversial hypnotherapist with a shadowy past. While Sharon sees this as her last hope to clear her name, Phyllis suspects foul play, particularly after overhearing Sharon's suspicious meetings with Alan. During one such clandestine encounter, Phyllis overhears a shocking revelation. Sharon refers to Alan as Martin, and the two discuss a mysterious $1 million arrangement. This bombshell raises red flags for Phyllis, who believes Sharon may be paying for fabricated evidence to manipulate the case in her favor. Armed with this revelation, Phyllis sets out on a silent mission to gather irrefutable proof of Sharon's alleged deceit. Phyllis begins meticulously documenting Sharon's actions and delving into Alan's true identity. Her investigation uncovers Alan's double life as Martin, a manipulative figure who has deceived even the sharpest minds in Genoa City. His connection to Sharon appears to be more sinister than anyone imagined, raising questions about his motives and the lengths Sharon is willing to go to protect herself. Unaware that Phyllis is watching her every move, Sharon continues to trust Martin, oblivious to the danger her association with him might pose. Meanwhile, Phyllis grows increasingly certain that Sharon and Martin's secret dealings could blow the case wide open, but she knows she must tread carefully. A premature confrontation could give Sharon and Martin the chance to cover their tracks. As the pieces of the puzzle fall into place, the stakes grow higher. Phyllis's investigation not only threatens to expose Sharon's reliance on dubious methods, but also shines a light on Martin's manipulation of others in Genoa City. With every new revelation, Phyllis edges closer to uncovering the full extent of their scheme. The brewing conflict between Sharon, Phyllis, and Martin sets the stage for an explosive confrontation that could alter the lives of everyone in Genoa City. Will Phyllis succeed in exposing the million-dollar secret, or will her vendetta against Sharon backfire? And what role will Sharon play in this drama? Victim, accomplice, or something in between? Stay tuned to see how this high-stakes mystery unfolds as secrets, lies, and betrayal come to light, shaking the very foundations of trust in Genoa City. In a shocking turn of events, The Young and the Restless stars Joshua Morrow and Sharon Case are making headlines, leaving fans heartbroken and desperate for answers. The duo, known for their sizzling chemistry on-screen and their ability to capture the hearts of millions, now face a situation that has shaken the Y&R fandom to its core. Trouble behind the scenes. Rumors have been swirling that tensions on the set of Y&R have reached an all-time high. Reports suggest that Joshua Morrow and Sharon Case are at the center of a major storyline shakeup, one that could see their iconic characters facing unimaginable heartbreak. Could this be the end of Chic as we know it? Insiders claim that the show's writers are planning a plot twist so dramatic that it may redefine the fates of Nick and Sharon forever. While fans have weathered plenty of ups and downs between the beloved couple, this latest development might just be the most devastating yet. Cryptic social media posts. Adding fuel to the fire, both Morrow and Case have taken to social media with cryptic messages that have only heightened fan anxiety. Sharon recently posted a heartfelt note. Sometimes the toughest decisions lead to the most beautiful changes. Stay strong. Meanwhile, Joshua's post, a simple black and white photo of the Y&R script, was captioned, "The end of an era." Fans flooded the comment sections with questions and pleas for clarity. "Please tell me Nick and Sharon aren't over for good," one user wrote. Another fan added, "We can't take another heartbreak." Contract disputes or personal decisions. The speculation doesn't stop at storyline drama. Some believe the off-screen dynamics may also be in play. Could contract negotiations or personal decisions be influencing this potential shakeup? While neither actor has confirmed any plans to leave the show, industry insiders hint that big changes may be on the horizon for both stars. Fan reactions. The Y&R fandom is abuzz with theories and emotions. Social media platforms are flooded with trending hashtags like #SaveChic and #WireSpoilers, as fans express their disbelief and outrage. Petitions to protect Nick and Sharon from devastating storylines are already circulating online. They've been through so much together, from Cassie's death to Sharon's cancer battle. One fan tweeted, "They deserve happiness, not more heartbreak." Another commented, "Y&R can't do this to us. Nick and Sharon are the heart of the show." What's next? While Y&R has a history of delivering jaw-dropping storylines, this potential plot twist might be the most talked about yet. Fans are anxiously awaiting the next episodes to see how the drama unfolds. Will Nick and Sharon overcome yet another obstacle, or is this truly the end of their epic love story? For now, all we can do is wait and hope for the best. One thing is certain, Joshua Morrow and Sharon Case have left an indelible mark on the world of soap operas. Whatever happens, their legacy on The Young and the Restless will remain unforgettable. Stay tuned for updates as this story develops, and don't forget to catch the latest episodes of The Young and the Restless to see the drama play out in real time. In the world of The Young and the Restless, Tracy Abbott has always been the quiet, intellectual sibling, overshadowed by her more dynamic and high-profile brothers and sisters. While Jack, Ashley, and Billy were often at the center of the family drama, Tracy's journey was marked by an internal battle, her quest for self-definition in a family where business success and dramatic flair dominated. But behind the calm exterior of this often overlooked character lies a profound struggle for independence, recognition, and validation. Tracy's desire to carve out her own identity became a heartbreaking journey of self-discovery, as she was forced to confront not only her family's expectations, but her own emotional vulnerabilities. A quiet struggle against family legacy. Tracy's challenge was always the same. How could she stand out in a family where every member was larger than life? While her siblings thrived in the fast-paced world of business and personal drama, Tracy found herself constantly at odds with this legacy. She wanted to be recognized for her own talents, particularly as a writer, but her intellectual pursuits lacked the same prestige as the family's corporate empire. Despite her best efforts, Tracy could never seem to escape the shadow of her more successful siblings. Her constant longing to prove herself only intensified her inner conflict. Romance and scandal. A price for love. Tracy's search for identity wasn't just about her career. It also played out in her romantic relationships. One of the most controversial chapters in her life was her affair with Brad Carlton, a man who was also involved with her sister Ashley. This scandal not only created tension within the Abbott family, but also revealed Tracy's emotional vulnerability. In her desire for love and acceptance, Tracy often made decisions that contradicted her values, leading her down a painful path of self-doubt. The lonely path of the writer. While her family was busy making headlines with their business empire, Tracy chose a different path. She sought fulfillment through her writing, but unfortunately, this career, while respectable, did not carry the same weight as the Abbott family name. As a writer, her achievements often went unnoticed, further deepening her sense of invisibility. Tracy's ongoing battle was not just for recognition, but for the chance to be seen as an individual, not merely the quiet sibling among the Abbotts. Tracy's heartbreaking journey. At the heart of Tracy Abbott's story is a universal struggle, the tension between the desire for independence and the pressure to conform to family expectations. Her journey was one of emotional turbulence, controversial decisions, and an unrelenting search for validation. While she may have been overshadowed by her family's larger-than-life personas, Tracy's character arc remains one of the most compelling in The Young and the Restless, a poignant reflection of the complex, often painful process of trying to define oneself in the face of overwhelming familial pressure. As Tracy's story continues to unfold, fans are left wondering, will she ever find the recognition and independence she craves? Or will she forever remain the quiet Abbott, trapped in the shadow of her more famous relatives? One thing is certain, Tracy's struggle is far from over, and it promises to remain one of the most emotional and heartbreaking aspects of The Young and the Restless. The Abbott family is facing its biggest scandal yet as Diane Jenkins drops a bombshell that could change everything. In a dramatic twist on The Young and the Restless, Diane's personal diary reveals the truth about Kyle Abbott's paternity, and it's not who everyone thought. This revelation is set to ignite an explosive family feud, leaving fans on the edge of their seats. The diary that changed everything. It all begins when Diane's long-hidden diary surfaces under mysterious circumstances. Whether intentionally revealed or discovered by accident, its contents are nothing short of earth-shattering. In one of the diary's entries, Diane confesses that Kyle's biological father isn't Jack Abbott, as everyone believed, but someone else entirely. The revelation is a crushing blow to Jack, who has always cherished his bond with Kyle. For years, Jack and Kyle's relationship has been the backbone of the Abbott family, but now everything is in question. Who is Kyle's real father, and why has Diane kept this secret for so long? Who could it be? Speculation is running wild as fans try to piece together the clues. Diane's past is filled with twists and turns, and she's been involved with some of Genoa City's most powerful men. Could Kyle's real father be Victor Newman, reigniting the decades-long Abbott-Newman feud? Or perhaps Tucker McCall, whose penchant for manipulation and scheming would make him a fitting addition to this scandal. Insiders suggest that the diary's contents point to someone unexpected, making this revelation even more shocking. Whoever it is, their identity will undoubtedly shake the Abbott family to its core. Jack's reaction. Jack's world is turned upside down as he processes this devastating news. As a father who has poured his heart into raising Kyle, Jack is left grappling with feelings of betrayal and heartbreak. How will he confront Diane, and will he fight to maintain his place in Kyle's life? In a preview of upcoming episodes, Jack is seen confronting Diane in a fiery exchange. "How could you keep something like this from me?" he demands, his voice filled with both anger and sorrow. Diane's response, "I did what I thought was best for Kyle." But is that the whole truth? Kyle's world unravels. For Kyle, the news is a devastating blow. Having built his identity around being Jack Abbott's son, this revelation leaves him questioning everything. Spoilers suggest that Kyle will struggle to accept this new reality, and his relationships with both Diane and Jack may never recover. "I don't even know who I am anymore," Kyle confesses to Summer in a tearful moment. As he searches for answers, Kyle is torn between loyalty to the father who raised him and curiosity about his biological roots. Family fallout. The Abbott family, already no stranger to drama, is thrown into chaos by this revelation. Ashley, Tracy, and Billy all have strong opinions on Diane's betrayal and its impact on Jack. Expect fiery confrontations as the siblings rally around Jack while questioning Diane's true motives. Meanwhile, tensions with the Newman family are sure to escalate if Victor or another Newman is revealed as Kyle's real father. Could this scandal reignite old rivalries, or will it pave the way for new alliances? Diane's motives. Why did Diane keep this secret for so long? Fans are divided on whether Diane's actions were motivated by love for Kyle or by self-preservation. Some believe she feared the fallout from revealing the truth, while others suspect she used the secret as a way to manipulate those around her. Whatever her reasons, Diane's decision to hide Kyle's paternity is bound to have far-reaching consequences. Will she be able to redeem herself, or is this the end of her fragile truce with the Abbott family? Fan reactions. Social media is ablaze with reactions to this shocking twist. "I can't believe Diane would do this to Jack," one fan tweeted. "If Kyle's father is Victor, I'm done," another exclaimed. Others are loving the drama, calling it one of the most compelling storylines in years. "This is why I watch Y&R. The twists keep coming," a longtime viewer shared. What happens next? As the truth about Kyle's father continues to unravel, the Abbott family must decide how to move forward. Will Jack be able to forgive Diane, or is their relationship beyond repair? How will Kyle handle the emotional fallout, and will he seek out his biological father? One thing is certain, the drama is far from over. With emotions running high and secrets still lurking in the shadows, The Young and the Restless promises more twists and turns that will keep fans hooked. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Billy Abbott recently turned to Jack Abbott with a big request that was quickly rejected. Although Billy wants to destabilize Chancellor and scoop it up for next to nothing once he's done, he still needs a capital investment to make this revenge plot a success. Billy asked Jack for the money he needed, but Jack refused to participate in a scheme that would hurt Nikki Newman. Besides, Jack doesn't think it's a good idea for Billy to seek vengeance, and would much rather see him let all this go. I and our fans know Billy isn't going to do that, so he's got limited options here. It's possible Billy will shift his strategy and get revenge on Victor another way, but that wouldn't get him Chancellor back like he wants. With that in mind, Billy's best strategy is to rely on a different investor, perhaps someone who also has a grudge against Victor over what he views as a stolen company. What if Billy teams up with Tucker McCall, who's been off licking his wounds due to Audra Charles stealing glissade with Victor's help. Tucker has probably figured out by now that Victor was the one pulling the strings when it came to that scheme. Since Tucker isn't the kind of guy to forgive and forget, he might decide to make Victor pay for that eventually. Whether Trevor Street John returns or the show recasts with another actor, it makes sense for Tucker to resurface at some point. Tucker went out with a whimper, so he deserves to come back with a roar. Since Billy disowned Jack and made it clear that he doesn't trust his brother, he'll have to figure out some other strategies. Billy doesn't trust Tucker, either since he's got a contentious history with the Abbotts, but that doesn't matter much now that Billy's distancing himself from his own family. Maybe Billy could decide that the enemy of his enemy is his friend in this situation and join forces with Tucker for payback on Victor. Of course, Billy would have to be careful about Tucker's ulterior motives, but he might be willing to risk an alliance with him. Would you like to see Tucker McCall return in some form? Do you think Billy and Tucker should team up for revenge on Victor? The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy will continue making confident predictions about winning, so stay tuned for updates on whether he'll get the victorious news he's counting on. We'll have other sizzling Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates to check out, so make us your go-to and our source. In Genoa City, Daniel Romalotti has become a shadow of his former self, consumed by grief after his wife's tragic murder. The unresolved case haunts him daily, straining his once close bond with his daughter Lucy. Overwhelmed by memories and judgment, Daniel contemplates leaving Genoa City for a fresh start, hoping to protect Lucy from the darkness surrounding them. Lucy, longing for peace and happiness, asks Daniel to take her somewhere quieter. Her clarity pushes Daniel to act. He confides in his mother, Phyllis Summers, whose fiery determination to uncover the truth about the murder clashes with Daniel's desire to move on. "I'm not running away, Mom," Daniel insists. "I'm giving Lucy a chance at a better life." Phyllis reluctantly supports his decision but vows to find justice. She begins investigating on her own, determined to unearth the truth and bring peace to her family. As Daniel and Lucy prepare to leave, their final days in Genoa City are bittersweet. Friends gather to say goodbye, recognizing Daniel's courage in prioritizing love and healing. With a renewed sense of purpose, Daniel starts to see glimpses of his former self, while Lucy begins to smile again, her eyes shining with hope. On their last day, Daniel stands with Lucy, looking out at the city. "Are you ready, sweetheart?" he asks. Lucy nods, and together they step into the car, leaving behind the pain for a brighter future. Phyllis, meanwhile, stays behind, vowing to uncover the truth. Her search isn't just for justice, it's for closure, ensuring Daniel and Lucy can live free of the shadows that once consumed them. This journey reflects the courage to let go, the strength to heal, and the promise of new beginnings.